All right, welcome back to our Freedom Family Movement, the Get Three, Get Free project, right? This young lady now has skipped her first two interviews with this specific movement. And I'm actually excited about this interview because this young lady, I've watched her journey over the last several years to going from someone who was skeptical about home-based businesses now to someone who's building a successful home-based business along with all the other hats that she wears, all the way in the Huntsville, Alabama market that the Freedom Family Movement is just moving all around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, Miss Dawn Jones Ward. How are you today?
I am fantastic. How are you, Mr. Rambus?
Fantastic as well. Congratulations is in order. I know for a fact that you're moving through the ranks quite rapidly here with this project because it's not your first rodeo. So just first, before we get into the details and the nitty gritty of your success here with Epic and being in the residual income column already at $1,000 a month residual in your first month, right? So we haven't even gotten started yet, but tell everybody who you are, name, background, where you're from, the different hats you wear, all that good stuff. And congratulations again.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for that kind introduction. Again, my name is Dawn Jones Ward. I am from the Huntsville, Alabama market. I live in Madison, Alabama. I am an assistant principal at a middle school by day, and I'm also a real estate agent, which is the other hat that I wear. But I am now just really focusing on becoming a Forex guru. I am so excited to be here with Epic and just helping my team members to grow and learn and just do what it is that they want to do in this space, whether it's trading or building a business or both. I'm here just to help them and guide them through the way.
Absolutely. And so, man, being a principal, first and foremost, I know that's a full-time job and some, having to deal with other people's children in addition to your own, right? Because you're also a mom of two. And of course, real estate, also building a team and learning Forex. So some people might say, how do you fit all of that in? But you know, people who are obviously ambitious, they figure it all out. So what would you say to those people who are saying, I'm too busy to add more streams of income?
I will tell you, I did actually forget to mention my most important role, and that's being a mom. I am the mother of a 21-year-old college student and a 17-year-old high school senior who is graduating. So with that being said, I've been a single mom since they were really little and have been in the network marketing space for over 10 years. And I'll just tell part of my story that the reason I went into this industry was because as an educator getting paid once a month, I never felt like the thing that I loved, which was education, actually paid me the amount of money to do the things that I love to do, which is travel. So once I got into the space of multi-level marketing and learned it, I knew that that was the way that I could support my children, make additional income. Both of my kids were sports children. They played travel, baseball, and softball, and I was able to actually balance, which is the word I wanted to say, was actually able to balance my life by being a mother and a principal and just letting MLM be my additional income while I was at practice or at the softball and baseball game, and being able to just work it that way. And it didn't take me away from my children, but it also brought additional income into my family. So it's just a balance. It's finding the time after I shut off the being a principal switch to making some additional income for myself. And even with real estate, just finding that time to be there for my clients, just like I try to find the time to be there for my team. So
absolutely. So, you know, they say relationship equity, right? And that's what I'm hearing, right? Because you're busy. If you're busy, some people say I don't have time, but having a home-based network marketing business requires you to be around and connect with people, right? Which if you're at a travel ball, there's always going to be people. If your children are into sports, there's always people. So leveraging a second stream of income, but not having to go to a job to get it. Literally just doing what you're doing anyway and letting the income follow you. That's powerful. Knowing that it assisted you in financing all of those things, right? Because I mean, how difficult would it be without that income to finance 2 kids in travel ball? I can imagine.
Virtually impossible. So, I always tell people that, what I love to do is education, and I absolutely love it. And it pays the bill, but it does not, bills, I'm sorry, but it does not afford me to do any of the extra things. It doesn't afford me to take my kids on vacations or pay for their travel sports or even pay for equipment. So it was always my MLM, my second stream of income, my sleep money that allowed me to be a single parent and still provide that lifestyle for my children that I wanted them to have.
Powerful. I love it. So tell me a little bit about your experience here with Epic. I know we got involved with, and we won't speak any names, but we got involved with some trading, which we had a phenomenal launch, but it just didn't support our long-term vision. And if there was anybody who was frustrated in that, it was you. And so, because I know how meticulous you are about processes and systems and having things in order to really be able to support people, right? That's where your vision was like, they're not really supporting what we need. And I remember those conversations. But now here we are with Epic, with our kind of like family, like everybody in the executive team we've built with, and you've had those residual incomes, some of them with those exact same people, some of the successes that you've already had. So tell me about your experience here with Epic, and then how comfortable you are with this specific platform.
I will say that Epic is very exciting because, as you said, my first time really getting into the industry, the people that we're working with right now are the people who were our leaders and the foundation and what I knew MLM to be, and my expectations were there. And so just to be a part of an organization that's just that, organized, logistics, everything's in order, that's my thought process. That's how I'm able to organize everything in my life. I need to know what the next step, and I'm thinking about the next step when I'm doing this step. And so just coming to Epic and knowing the leadership team and knowing the quality of people that we're working with, and knowing that there would be systems in place for not just me who would go out and research it, but for people who just don't have the time or necessarily the mindset to go and find it. I knew that it would be there because of the type of leadership that we're dealing with now. So I'm really excited about, like I always say, you make it look easy because you just make it look easy. And so there are people who think that I make it look easy. And so this company actually makes it easy for anybody to come in and be successful and just learn to trade because everything is in place for us.
You say I make it look easy, and people tell you that now. That's, which is funny to me, because I remember you starting out, how, again, when people are new to something, it's a little strange, and they say things like, oh, you can do that, but I can't. And so now, consider yourself the two different versions of Don, right? Who was the novice, having made no money in the industry, now being someone who is getting a comma check. And that's almost legendary in home-based businesses. You can make $1,000 a month in home-based businesses, you're considered a rock star, because that doesn't happen. 90% of people in home-based businesses aren't making any money, mainly because the lack of engagement. So you committed to the process. Now you're a totally different distributor, right? Not the same person who says, I can't do this. It's not easy for me. So what would you speak to that journey? And then I want you to wrap it up with how systematic Epic is for onboarding people.
Just exactly what you just said. Speaking to that journey is the stick and stay, you get your pay. I am that person who believes that if they can do it, I can do it. And so although I came into the industry and didn't know and didn't understand, I stuck around even when I wasn't making money. I stuck around because I saw that it was possible, and I studied the industry, and I listened to my leaders and my upline and the PD and the videos and YouTubes and, whatever
PD,
industry.
what's PD?
Oh, professional development, personal development, just listening to different leaders in the multi-level marketing industry, just talk about mindset and reading those books and just becoming a different person, just becoming a student of the industry so that I could know and understand and be able to teach the process seamlessly to people that I bring onto my team, because I felt very responsible. Like if I give you my word and say, hey, come partner with me, I want to be sure that it's something that I believe in, and I want to be sure that it's something that, as long as the system is in place, that you can be successful. We can hold your hand for a minute, but we can give you that system. And so to just process onto the onboarding for Epic, I told you earlier, that's the thing that I love about it, because it's systematic, it's in place. You click it, you go to Epic University, you click the Candlestick Bible, you click the 2-week syllabus. You go into a session and they're literally telling you, plug in this number and plug in that number. And so for me, with a little background, I loved it, but somebody coming in new is absolutely something that I don't even have to try to repeat 50 times. It's there. So that's it. I love it. I'm excited about it and ready to just move on to the next levels in the company.
Which is, that was going to be my next question. Founder 2000. You got people who work full-time jobs and don't make $2,000 a month. So just knowing, right, that all of your other hats, this is something that you're going to be doing part-time, spare time, and you're already very close to the next level of $2,000 a month residual income. That's got to be exciting. But what's more exciting, I get to be excited just because I get to watch everybody's journey and I get to do these interviews. But should be more exciting for you is to know that that's gonna happen at some point. It has to, because we're only 30 days in. So where do you see yourself in this project 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now in your professional retirement, right? Because you'll be retired from education in the next decade. I don't know how long you plan to stay, but my point is, what you're building here is extra, and yet it's already almost a full-time income. How exciting is that?
And most importantly, I definitely see myself, just lowering my shoulders and putting my head down and making that residual income. But also, I didn't even speak to the money that I make trading, just by going into the sessions and listening to what they're saying and, being a copycat and doing what they're saying and making, you can make a couple extra $100 a minute, a day, or an hour, just depending on how much you're willing to put into it. So just what I've found with FOREX is that I've learned a new skill. I'm not here just for the residual of the team building. I'm here for the skill of learning to be a FOREX trader, because I can sit on the beach and go into a session and make money, whether I am at home or wherever, it still works for me. So that's so important to me. It's just learning that skill of trading FOREX as well.
Yeah, you're on the beach now.
Yes, I'm on the beach now. Yes, yes.
And all you need is an internet connection. And you can
place in the world, yes.
You can grow your money anywhere. So appreciate you, Ms. Ward. I know the best is truly yet to come. Any last words, any last comments you want to share with all the people out there in digital world that might be looking at this for, being an opportunity for them?
In the digital world, people listening, I just say, give it a try. There's nothing you can be successful in if you don't at least try. And so this is a great residual income, whether you want to be a team builder or whether you just want to learn FOREX or whether you want to do both. My thing to you is just take a look at it. It is there. The system is in place and everybody can be successful who's willing to put in the time to be successful. Nothing in life is free. And if you don't put work into it, you're not going to get anything from it. So as with this and anything else you do, you have to just be committed to it and know that is what you want to do and do it. So with that said, I'll see you at the banks and on the beaches of the world.
All right, ma'am. I appreciate you again. And we'll see you at the next level, $2,000 a month residual.
Yay. All right. Thank you.
Have a great day. Congrats again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.